to Inside the Life with Steve Stanulis. We're going to start the show off with a bang right now. We got American Idol finalist Marissa Pontecorvo to sing live here right now. Marissa Pontecorvo.
There's a place for us. Somewhere there'll be a place for us. Hold my hand, and we're halfway there. Hold my hand, and I'll take you there. Somehow, someday, somewhere.
Marissa, that was amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Marissa, let's get it up for Marissa. So how are we doing?
Doing well.
Yes?
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, thank you for coming down tonight. Now, before we even get started with the whole American Idol thing, what was actually what got you started actually singing? Like, when did you realize you had this amazing voice?
Well, when I was about 5 years old, I started playing piano, and I became almost like this child prodigy at the piano. And by the time I was 7 and 8 years old, I was playing Haydn concertos with orchestras. I was very proficient at the piano.
Wow.
And when I was about 8 or 9, I started singing as a way to de-stress from the piano because it was so intense, and
Wow,
my
that's
teachers
great.
were so intense. And as I started singing more, I just realized I really was like, I like this. This is a lot more funner than playing playing the piano.
Right. Now, when you started singing,
Right.
now when you told your mom, I know you're from Italian, from Staten Island, right?
Yeah.
I grew up where I grew up, and you know, when you're Italian, come from a middle class family, you say, "Mom, I want to be a singer." Sometimes it's like, "Yeah, okay, honey."
Right.
Did
She's
you
like,
have
"Be a
the
teacher."
support? Right, exactly. You're a teacher or a cop in Staten Island, right, or a
Right.
mafia. But what I'm saying is, did you have that support to back you as a singer, or did she kind of sway you away from doing such things?
No, I did have the support, and
Okay.
I'm very blessed that I did because they helped pay for all my lessons and all the opportunities, the auditions that I went on. So as I began to sing more at age 10 and age 11, I booked the national tour of Annie, and I worked with Sally Struthers
Wow.
back in '99. We toured, my sister and I actually, we toured all over the U.S. And then from there I just started, you know, I went into junior high and high school and wanted to have more of a normal life, but I started writing songs at about 16.
Okay.
And that's when I realized I wanted to be a singer-songwriter, recording artist.
Now, as a kid, who were your influences? I mean, who would you say, like, I wanted to be that person, or who would you say influenced you the most?
I would have to say Celine Dion.
Oh, wow,
actually.
yeah. I mean, that's
I
pretty
would.
good.
Yeah, I would listen to her, and I would sing in front of my mirror in my piano room, and I would just try to mimic her.
You get the
And-
hairbrush and the whole...
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
And at Christina Aguilera, I used to do the same thing with her. I just like studied like Celine and Christina, Whitney Houston too.
Oh, wow.
She was a huge inspiration and idol in my life.
Wow.
So her death, I actually found out on my birthday party.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it was not
Well,
so
happy,
fun.
happy birthday. at
Thank
least.
you.
I mean, not really a happy birthday present, but
Right,
happy
belated.
birthday.
Thank
Belated,
you.
yes. So
Those are my-
Whitney Houston, Christina Aguilera,
Celine Dion.
and Celine Dion. Wow, pretty cool, pretty cool. Now, who was the first concert you went to? Like, when you first went to like a concert, did anybody particularly blow you away? Was anybody that was disappointing to you? Like, did you have somebody that you're like, I have to see this person? When you see them live, they weren't what you had thought.
Well, I really didn't have that kind of experience, but I really liked Lady Antebellum, and I saw them like a few years back, and I always liked their music, but when I saw them live, I was really impressed
Really?
with Lady Antebellum, because you would never think, but they did a Beatles song, they did some really cool remakes of other songs that aren't recorded,
Okay.
so I enjoyed it, and I also have seen Norah Jones in concert.
Nora Jones, she's
she
actually
was-
one of my. I love Nora
She's
Jones.
great.
I'm a Nora Jones
so
closet
good.
fan, by the way.
Yes.
I
Brady
love her.
Carlisle's another one. She's
Right.
amazing. I saw her town hall.
Uh-huh.
So I've had the experiences where, you know, I've really enjoyed their performances in live, and I've actually taken something from it.
Wow. Now, take me through the whole American Idol process from when you, I guess, officially entered and how the whole thing
Right.
went. And
Well,
is it as good as it is in front of the camera? I mean, is there any behind the scenes stuff? So we'll start from process one, first step.
So, well, before even that, I tried out 13 times.
13 times?
Before I actually got on this year.
See that, world? Don't stop for your dreams. Keep going.
Never give up.
Keep going, right.
Never,
if you dream out loud. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. So I went to Pittsburgh, and I sang the song that I actually just sang now. I figured I would start with that, and I sang that song.
That was amazing too, by the way.
Thank you. And I got 3 yeses to go to Hollywood. And once I got to Hollywood, it was just crazy. I mean, people were. I mean, on top of people getting sick, which they have already shown on this show already, people passing out, and I saw all of that. I was there, and it's just. I mean, thank God that didn't happen to me. But on top of that, we didn't sleep. You know, we're lucky we like had time to eat.
How long were you waiting to actually be seen? When you got
least
to
14 hours for each round.
Really?
Yeah, and a lot of times I was at the back. Yeah, so I waited at least 12 to 14 hours per round, except like the last few rounds. Now,
was there one time prior to this time where you thought you were like a lock shoe-in and it didn't happen, or this was the last time that you went? You knew that was the time. Was there any?
This year it felt really right.
Okay.
I felt like I was ripe inside, you know, and I just felt really centered and grounded this year, and I just knew it was my time, you know, to at least start the process of my dream.
Right.
You know, whether it's on American Idol or anywhere else.
Sure.
You know.
Sure. Now, you know, when they bring you in front of, obviously, when they show it on TV and you're in front of Jennifer Lopez, Steven Tyler, how's that whole thing? I mean, is it as crazy as it seems watching it on TV, or is it not as intimidating?
It's so intimidating.
Is it really?
That's real.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, when I got in front of Jennifer and Steven and Brandy, I kind of just froze up. I remember in the beginning, and Jennifer is so beautiful. I mean, she's just gorgeous, and Steven and Randy, they're just, you know, they're such superstars, you know, and so is she. But it's just having that energy there. It was unreal.
Now,
and then having them listen to me. You know,
right.
Which is out.
Right, exactly. Now, was there anybody, you know, off camera were they actually super friendly? Were they not so friendly? Were they
the contestants?
No, not the contestants. Like the judges.
Well, off camera, we really didn't deal much with them.
Okay.
Yeah, they were kind of swept away. But you know, I made a lot of good friends from the contestants that I still keep in touch with.
It wasn't too like fighting for your territory. Everybody was kind of.
It was, but it wasn't, because we were all going through the same thing.
Right.
And only we understood what we were going through. Because we can talk to our parents and our family and friends, but they just can't relate to what we're going through.
Right.
The pressure is just so fierce and so high. And I mean, I think I have nerves of titanium now because of that experience. Like, I'm not nervous for anything, because they just put you through the ringer for that.
Well, take me to the place where you actually found out. Like, you got accepted and you were going to the next level. I mean.
Oh man! Well, when I got into Hollywood, when I got through to the first round, to the group rounds, I was just, after waiting 12 hours to be heard.
Right.
Then I got through. You know, they called my name and I stepped forward and I got through. I was just like, I was flipping out. I was like, oh my God! Like, because it's just such a payoff. But then they don't even give you time to celebrate. You're on and running, you know, off and running to the next round.
Right.
And then worried that you're going to get cut there.
Right.
So it was like, it was this real high and real low, real high and real low. So it's a really big roller coaster experience. Right. I mean, you really have to kind of emotionally separate yourself from it, because if you emotionally keep yourself in it, it might, you know, backfire on you. You kind of have to like look at it with a little bit of perspective. Sure.
Now, I know tonight your episode is actually on.
It's airing right now.
As we speak. You could actually be on right now.
I'm here with you.
And I'm here. Look at this. How lucky am I right now, right? But obviously you can't give away any of the of so far, right?
Right. I mean, I'm really
we could have an exclusive, though. Maybe we can get a little something out of her, but no, I know you can't. But no, that's great. So tell us.
Stay tuned. I'm really excited.
Stay tuned. Come and join us next week. Maybe we'll get together again. But well, just let the people know out there in the world. All the 30, 40,000 people watch us now. Just let them know how they can get in touch with you, or how they can follow you, and you know, with your Facebook, I'm sure Twitter and all the stuff. Just let everybody know where they can find you.
Okay, great. Well, thanks for watching. Thank you so much. You can find me on YouTube. My link, I guess, is called, it's M. Pontecorvo, my crazy last name, Pontec.
Now that's an Irish name, right?
Oh, yeah, you wish. No. M. Pontecorvo, PM, then Pontecor, V as in Victor, O, 210. Or you can just put my name into the YouTube search at Marissa Pontecorvo, and I have about 30 videos up there. You can also find me on Twitter at Marissa Corvo. And I also have a Facebook fan page, so it's Marissa Pontecorvo, American Idol.
There you have it. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get it up. One and only Marissa Pontecorvo! Now, Marissa, would you mind hanging out with us for a little while?
Sure.
And hang out and help me interview the rest of the guests?
Yeah.
And maybe close the show with one more song?
Absolutely.
All right, one more time. Marissa's going to hang out. We'll be back. Thank you. back to Inside the Life with Steve Stanulis. We're going to bring out our next guest right now. You ready?
Yep.
We're going to bring out actress and singer. Let's get it up for the one, the only, Rita Markova. Hey, Rita, how are you? How's everything? Good to see you. How's everything?
Nice to see you.
You too. Good job.
Thank you.
So, Rita, what's going on?
Not too much.
How we doing?
Good, good.
Good. So, what are we working on these days?
Just finished the first annual Winter Film Awards last weekend.
Wow, and how'd that go?
It was really fun.
What did it entail?
It had a lot of independent films from all over the world, actually, that were submitted.
Okay.
A lot of people flew in to come to see it, the directors and everything. It was really interesting to see films from all over the place. And the independents, you don't always get a chance to see them.
Sure, and there's a lot of great films on that level. It's just they don't get the exposure that
there were
they
also
should.
shorts, and I have a love for short films, and that too. You know, you don't really get to see them on Netflix or wherever. So it was really fun. I hosted for part of it. It was a lot of fun to interact with everybody.
Wow! Did you get a lot of met a lot of great people? Or?
Yeah, met a lot of great people, a lot of directors.
Oh wow!
So it was a really great time. A lot of actors also, of course, came to watch themselves on the screen.
Well, that's
so
that's the actor thing to do right now. But so before getting into that, when did you start acting? When did you, again, like we spoke to Marissa, when did you find out like this was your passion, this is something you wanted to do?
When did I mean, really from a young age, I actually started out singing.
Oh, okay.
My parents love to tell the story of how I was singing at like 9 months old. Humming like a tune from like a lullaby that my nanny used to sing.
Oh, wow.
And my mom was like, in tune too. So really, like I started pretty young. I would sing a lot, and then in high school I started getting involved in all the plays, and I did a lot of musical theater.
Okay.
And that's actually what I do also.
Okay. Now, where are you from originally?
I actually was born in the Ukraine.
Ukraine. Wow. Okay.
And then I grew up in Virginia.
Wow.
So I'm like a Southern Russian person.
A Southern Russian. Is there like a Southern Russian drink? Is that a drink? But
I should create one.
Yeah, that's actually we should patent that Southern Russian drinks. But did you have like support from your parents? I mean, I would think you would, being that they said you were humming at 9 months old.
I did. Actually, I had a lot of support from my parents. My mom was a pianist.
Okay.
She actually played in like operetta
Oh,
houses.
wow. Okay.
When she was pregnant with me, she was playing. So like maybe that's why I have the bug. I like heard it.
You know what? All kidding aside, they say. I mean, they say when you put Mozart, on the belly when someone's pregnant, they say all that actually. That works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I really have gotten a lot of support from my parents. My dad's a mathematician, but he's gotten really into musicals. He like watches them now.
Oh, okay.
It's like really up to date with everything that's going on.
Cool.
So it's really nice to have that.
Awesome. Now, I mean, do you prefer film, theater? What is your passion?
I actually I like all of it.
Okay.
I really do. Like it's hard to. I really have done a lot of musicals.
Okay.
And recently more film. I have like a short in post production. I have 2 features coming up.
Okay.
So I'm kind of maybe switching into more like on camera stuff, but done a lot of musicals, and it's been like a blessing. Everything that I've done, I've really enjoyed it. West Side Story was
nice.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I played Maria, so I was like, I know that
Oh, that's cool. You guys have a lot more in common. I mean, piano, singing.
Yeah.
West Side Story was, but
That's the Barbra Streisand version.
Okay. Yeah, that's not how I say it.
But the whole, I mean, so you were theater first before you did film.
Right.
So I mean, obviously, it's a whole different world. I mean,
it is a different world.
Right.
I had an audition for a pretty big film for a director who I love, and I had a few callbacks for it, and it was really, I was doing an off-Broadway play at the time. I was so swamped. It's kind of like my first time in front of a camera. And I did like a couple of commercials, but not like a feature. And so after the couple of callbacks, I was like, I really should kind of take a class, like get comfortable in this, because this film ended up getting nominated for an Oscar.
Oh, wow.
The director got nominated, so I was like, I should really try.
Well, you know what it is? Everything, it's almost like an oxymoron, because in theater, it's be as big as possible, show all your emotions, and then in film, it's like don't show anything. It's like, because the camera picks up every little thing, so it's a totally different world.
It is a different world. I think in theater, the way that I approach things. I actually don't do much that's
Right.
big, but
Right.
I think maybe my personality
Right, right,
is
right.
like
Right.
a little bigger naturally.
Right.
So, but there are some differences.
Sure.
And I think most importantly, it's just good to be comfortable.
Sure.
You know, I know when I get on a stage, there's like a certain comfort level from having been there
Right.
and kind of tested it out. And when you haven't been in front of a camera, it's just that comfort, like, you know, do I know what to do right
Sure.
now? Or
Sure. Now, who were your inspirations? I mean, we went over Marissa's, but was there somebody that like that was the person you wanted to be like, or is that's the movie that changed your life, so to speak?
you know, I have to say Whitney Houston was also.
Did you guys speak
I
beforehand?
know we
What's
did,
happening?
we did, but that was.
That's
I
how
mean,
the
she was
universe
such an
works.
inspiring
Oh my
singer
God.
and performer.
Mhm.
Right.
I actually just, you know, maybe a couple months ago, for the first time, saw the video of her singing the national anthem at the Super
Oh.
Bowl.
That was one of the most amazing.
That is amazing.
Yes, I remember
I'm
watching. That
just-
was actually I remember that because it was the Giants. That was like their second Super Bowl. That was like 91. And I was
It's
like,
amazing.
it was part of the whole experience. But yeah,
I mean, she's really an amazing singer, not just vocally, but just like her presence there was really, like, really wonderful. One of the first musicals that I saw, I think, was Cats, and
Okay.
I've actually gotten to do that show.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, so it's fun to like the things that you see and you kind of look up to, and then you actually
And then you
get to
become a
like
part of
do it. Yeah.
what was your favorite musical you've ever seen? Was it West Side Story? Was it Cats? Was it something else?
It's probably my favorite musical I've ever seen. It's probably Les Mis. It's kind
It
of
is.
dark, but it's like
Yeah,
so
it is.
beautiful.
It's a little dark.
It's a
It is
little
a little
dark,
dark. It's
yeah.
certainly not West Side Story,
Yeah.
but
and like a lot of music theater people, like I love everything Stephen Sondheim. I can't help it.
right. But that's I mean, you're
Yeah,
right.
he's amazing.
But I mean, is there any other things you're working on now? Is there anything? What would be the one musical, if I could say right now, I'm going to offer you this job? What would be the one musical you'd want to do?
I
Right
probably do Les Mis. I haven't done
Les
it
Mis.
yet.
So it would be
Yeah.
Les Mis.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
okay.
would
I
be.
thought that was just your favorite. Oh,
No,
so you
it's
want
my
to take
favorite.
part in that as well?
Light in the Piazza.
Okay.
That's a great one too.
Okay.
To do.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Good. Now, let everybody know
Mhm.
how we can find you, how we would follow you. Just let everybody in the world know where we are with you.
Okay. You can follow me on my website. It's ritamarkova.com.
Mhm.
I have a Twitter. I actually just started tweeting like a little bit recently.
Yes.
So that's at Rita Markova. And
Okay.
Yeah.
And before we go, so just so we cover everything, so you have a Facebook?
I do have a Facebook,
But just that's for
Yeah,
okay,
just
it's
keep
personal
it
for okay,
for-
it's personal. So we have your website, and we went over your Twitter.
Yeah.
Okay, and would you mind hanging out with us for a little while?
Sure.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get up for the one and only Rita Markova. Welcome back to Inside the Life with Steve Stanulis. We're going to bring on our next guest, comedian, the one, the only, Jay Benjamin. There he is. What's up, Jay?
How you doing? It's good to see you, sir.
Good to be seen. What's happening?
Good to be had.
I just have to say, before we even start this interview, actually, it's the first time ever on our show that we actually had all the guests stay on stage.
This is fantastic.
And this is totally because of you.
I'm honored. I love. Look,
You're an
great.
innovator.
I'm an innovator. I appreciate
I had
that.
to hang with two hot chicks and then bring you on.
This is fantastic. But the menage a trois starts from here over. No, I'm kidding. But I want you to start it, and I'll maybe videotape it, and then.
Well, you should be actually between them. Maybe.
That would be awesome to sit in the middle of both of them. Are you kidding me? Maybe have a hand on both their laps. It'd be great.
Jay,
sorry,
come on,
sorry.
Jay. That's after 10 o'clock show. Right?
Oh, I didn't realize.
So what's going on?
Everything is good, man. Everything's really good.
What are you working on?
I have my show Born on Another Planet.
Okay.
Returns March 28th.
Okay.
At Don't Tell Mama in Times Square. It's 46th Street, I think.
Okay.
I could be wrong. 46th, 47th Street, but it's Don't Tell Mama, March 28th.
Don't Tell Mama.
At 8:45, Tommy Sabat.
Wait.
Go ahead. What's that?
Not 8:25.
No, 8:45.
Not 9 o'clock. 8:45.
8:45. This is there's a psychology to that, but I have Tommy Sabat coming in from LA.
Okay.
A lot of other cool people and friends of mine will be on this show, and the usual packed house, fun people, slabs, Kevin. It's gonna be a great time.
What is the whole premise of the show?
Born on Another Planet. This is just this concept that I thought of at 3 a.m.
Was it like putting all three guests on stage at the same time and making everybody stay? Or?
Yes, it's exactly what it was. It was this immediate brainstorm of leave the girls on stage.
And you weren't even drinking or doing drugs.
No, I had nothing.
No drugs, no drinking, and you came up
100% sober, and I insisted that the women. Yes, and I came up with the idea of women sitting with me on stage, so I'm a little less nervous.
Yeah,
Women
I gotcha.
make me unnervous.
I got. We have some cell phones in the back.
That's cool. They're just calling.
We only say that 20 times. Don't put them on, but that's okay.
It happens. Shit happens. I think they really just
drinking a martini back there and everything. Look at
I think it's her friend calling her to get my autograph or phone number after the show,
it
and that's cool. Yeah, your girlfriend can have it if she looks like you. That's all right. That's cool.
But I'm sorry. So let's go back. Let's backtrack.
Yeah,
Wait.
what's up?
What is the show? This is the first laugh we got tonight.
I like it.
No, but let's talk about what the show is.
The show Born on Another Planet, it's a pretty simple concept. I host the show. I have 4 or 5 of who I think are really just amazing comics that I enjoy seeing, comics that are tangible to me, people I've known since I've started basically in the 90s. I was the door guy at Caroline's. I used to hold the door at Caroline's.
Okay.
Yeah. I'd answered an ad in Backstage Magazine, and that's how I got the job. And I walked in the door.
Looking for door guy at Caroline's?
I still have it to this day. It's exactly what it says.
Really?
And I do. I have it in a little scrapbook, and it says, looking for a door guy, show up in person. And there's this guy, Louis Ferranda. He's one of the top booking agents in the country for comedians. He's still at Caroline's to this day. I walked in, I met with him, I got hired right away.
Oh, wow.
The next day, I started on the door. And from there, it was this whirlwind of excitement. And, the Seinfelds were coming in. Wallace was coming in. You had Kathy Griffin coming in. Joy Behar coming in.
Wow.
You had all these amazing comedians from every which way. And they were saying to me, wow, you're really a comic. And you should go on stage. And you should do this and that. And I was so fighting that. I wanted to be this serious actor with my Meisner and my Shakespearean training and my Ibsen and Czech, all of these things that rooted in me. That's what I wanted to do. And then I turned the horse and I started doing comedy, and a guy named Tommy Sabat found me at the door at Caroline's like everyone else, and he said, he goes, hey JP, you could be a comedian like me. You ain't got to be at the door. And it went on from there. We're best friends to this day.
Okay.
I left. I started producing blue collar comedy with him at Caroline's.
Okay.
I started doing Insightful Ride at other clubs in the city.
Okay.
And it went on. And then in 2000, around there, I quit comedy. I said I had enough. I don't know what it was. I went out to LA.
Wow.
Thought I was bigger than I was, and I fell straight on my face. And then I came back to Philadelphia, which is where I'm originally from.
And you became a doorman at Caroline's again?
I did end up really with nothing. I mean, it was the first time I'd lost everything.
Wow.
And I went all the way back to Philadelphia. It wasn't even like go one step back on the board, go all the way home.
Right.
You know, so I ended up going all the way home and starting over, and it took me about 9 years of moving around the country and living in Europe and falling in love with this one and that one and experiencing and growing up and coming into myself to actually get back to New York City, which I did about 2.5 years ago. Fell into comedy again, and has really been a blessing. Since I've been back, I got into some film deals. I wrote a couple movies that they're kicking around and doing their own things. I just written about 8 television shows on spec. They're now sitting.
Not only that, for free.
Right, completely free. Hence on spec. Yeah.
Is this thing on?
Yeah, right. So that's how it goes. So really doing this stuff.
What I wanted to do before, because I always ask every question because I go down the line. Who like inspired you as far as comedic wise when you were at the door at Caroline's?
Yeah.
Was there somebody that like you didn't expect? Like, I mean, we all know Jerry Seinfeld's funny, and we don't get that.
Sure.
Was there somebody that you were just there at Caroline's and were like, holy fuck, I am totally. Was there anybody?
I don't think I had a holy fuck moment because, like I said, I wasn't really at that time wanting to be a stand-up comic.
Did you have the accessibility from the door? I mean, not.
Yeah.
But I mean, from the door, can you watch the stage or? I don't know.
Well, here's what happened. I kind of make my own rules as I go. So every time I saw someone come in that I recognized from TV,
right,
and they were on stage, I would run down from the door. They used to have a restaurant called Comedy Nation attached to it. I would run down through the front door, through the Comedy Nation restaurant, through there was an alley that went through the restaurant, through the back door to the back side of the club. I would run through there, through the kitchen, through the plates of food, and go right up basically to the stage, and I'd watch them myself.
Oh, wow.
So I basically would just do this and leave the door empty. And it was cool.
What was that guy saying with that accent? The guy you were just imitating?
Well, who, Tommy?
Yeah.
Hey, JB, you left the door. He wasn't there. He was out being a comedian. That was like, and to this day, but he wouldn't have cared. But the point is that they now expected that from me to just kind of walk in the door and just kind of help with the club. Kind of like assist Lewis and do whatever it was. So I invented
we call people like that. It's like Slash almost.
Right, it would be like Slash. It would be like like your
PA
because he calls Slash. Yeah,
right, well, that's cute. That's a private joke, but we'll let you know.
Private, awesome.
But,
you're awesome. Not that they could see you, but if you could see her, she's awesome. Her PA.
Perfect.
I'll put a picture up on Twitter.
And hire her. She's fantastic. Right. That's a plug for
just
you,
don't let
Slash.
her take pictures when somebody else is taking pictures because I don't know if it never goes over well. But
exactly.
But so,
just change the whole dynamic of the whole shit. What's up?
No, but so tell us about the first time when you first got on stage as a stand-up
comedian.
And did you have like a moment where like, oh my god, this joke fucking bombed. Now what?
Oh yes, this happens and it happened at the beginning often. I'm going to take you back one step. The comedian you asked me who really inspired me was a very good friend of mine, Robert Schimmel. So Schimmel was a storyteller. We had met through. I was on Howard Stern as a call-in caller. Back in the day when Crank Yankee was on TV, I invented this character. I would call in as the character, and I'd get on and I would be kind of pranking them, and I was just the voice. I didn't really know who I was. So on a call-in, that's how I met Schimmel. He invited me out to a show in Atlantic City. I went out there, we became friends. From that point, you didn't have text messaging or phone, then we'd email. Email was still kind of getting started, kind of new, so to speak. So we were emailing, he was giving me advice, and we were talking about life and stories, and I'm a storyteller. I don't get up there and that's all I do. Yeah, I know.
So you're having a tough time.
Yeah, telling the story now,
out of you.
Yeah, so this guy, right? Do I make it too easy?
No, you're making my job.
So I put up like a harder wall for him.
Is she still drinking martini over there? Is this one
drinking?
Is she still drinking over there?
She is still drinking. She's getting very nervous.
Yeah, I see that. She's turning away like we're not talking about it.
That's all right. Anyway, so it was Schimmel basically, and then that's what it was. But then going back to it, what do you say, Dad? You all right?
Yeah, now I'm going.
Yeah, I got your attention.
Where am I right now?
We were talking about bombing on stage.
Yeah,
that actually happened.
Like my show right now.
And the first time. You're sad. Oh my God.
I'm joking. I'm joking. Yeah, it's okay. So the first time you told the joke that didn't happen?
First time I told a joke, it was terrible.
Really?
Yeah, I was at New York Comedy Club. It was the first stage I ever went on, and I fell harder than Madonna at the Super Bowl.
Really?
Yes.
With the pom-poms and everything?
Yeah, I was out. Done.
Really?
It was over. I think I was in tears. I was like, I never want to do this shit again. Oh my God.
So was there some point where you like forget it, I'm done. This is not.
It was right after I got off stage, or about 5 minutes before I got off, and I was like, "Oh my God, fuck this!"
Right.
But it's amazing. Comedians have this camaraderie amongst each other,
Right.
and as soon as you bomb, you have 3 that laugh in your face, and it's terrific. And then the others come over and they give you a hug, and they're like, "Dude, it's cool. We all do this. You have to go through it.
Right.
You have to get hard. Go get drunk at the bar, and then do it again tomorrow."
Right.
And that's what you did.
Right.
So you get up again and you do the same jokes. It's like a 3-joke rule. If it doesn't, there is. You do the same joke on a Monday night.
Right.
If it doesn't work, you try it again on Tuesday. If it works on Tuesday, then you know there was something wrong either with you or your delivery on a Monday night. Then you do it again on Wednesday to solidify the deal with yourself, whether or not it's a valid joke. So you kind of play this 3. I'm guessing you probably do that on American Idol a little bit, right? You're picking in your head, this song will work, or I can hit that note, or anything like that.
Yeah, but you don't get 3 shots. You get 1 and you're done.
Right, yeah, you get 1 shot, but in your head you're picking.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of that same
Exactly.
process, but
Yeah.
you get up there and you try it out. But
Right.
anyway, anyway, this is she's such a cutie. I know Rita. We met at the film festival. We met at the
We did,
we just
we
met at the
did.
Winter
We sat
Film
next to
Festival.
each
Mention with the film
She's
festival.
terrific. Yeah,
That's
she's
awesome.
talented, and you're amazing too. Adorable and amazing, both of them. Yeah, eat you both for lunch.
What am I? I feel like Chuck Woolery here, like a love connection. What's happening?
Whatever, you know. You just kind of plugged the menage I taught earlier.
Holy
It worked out. It's
Christmas.
great.
Anyway, no, I'm
Gotta go
kidding.
through Slash.
I'm totally.
I'm
teasing. You
I'm
guys are
blushing.
awesome.
I never blush, dude. And
I'm honored. I'm making all of you blush, and
Holy-
meanwhile, my whole back is sweating. It's dripping. I'm nervous. I think it's easy to just sit here and open up my mouth. You're wrong.
So I mean, is there other than you doing that show when? When does that show come out?
Born on Another Planet is March 28th at 8:45 p.m.
Don't forget the
tell
8:45.
Mama. Yeah, 8:45. It's an important time, and it's a great place. There's a restaurant attached to it, and there's a piano bar, and it's a famous spot, and there's great people to come through. And I'm going to invite Marissa to come out. Maybe she will, maybe she won't. Rita's maybe going to come out. Slash is maybe going to come out. You're invited to come out. Martini Girl, you
The
can
Martini Girl in
definitely
the back,
come out.
yeah. Now she's texting
and
me.
my new friends in the back in the sound booth, they can come out. And everyone, all of you, come out. We're going to have an awesome time.
So,
You like
is
that?
there anybody anywhere prior we could see you before then?
Right here on your show.
Oh,
I gave you the exclusive,
oh,
dog.
oh,
This is
oh,
an exclusive
this-
Jay
This
Benjamin.
is an exclusive.
You get me only. Like, me and you,
I
Papito.
might have you come back every week and just create different shit.
That would be fantastic. I'll
Maybe
create
next
shit
week,
all
like
day.
everybody will be like in a bunk bed or some shit. I don't know.
That'd be interesting. We'd be like interviewing, like, I don't want to say that joke. I don't know what the 40,000, but yes, bunk beds and small
Bunk bed,
people.
yeah, you just rearrange my set every week.
We could do that. Maybe keep some midgets in the back in the closet.
They're waiting.
Bring them out. Awesome. And cute, adorable, talented women.
What? Yeah,
That's just sexy
cute,
hot. I'll come to your
adorable,
show if you
and
have it.
talented.
If you have those 3, I'll come to the show all day.
It's like, right?
Yeah, that's
all
like
day.
such a
If they
package.
could cook, forget it.
They don't have to cook.
Great
I
slam.
cook. Remember that, ladies. I cook like a. So, and I'm straight. Don't forget that shit.
See that? See that?
We
Women
didn't
come
get
up to me
that. We
sometimes.
didn't
They're like,
get
"Are you gay?" I'm like, "Get the f out of here." Are you? First of all, are you Screech from Saved by the Bell?
You know what? You do look like Screech.
They say, I hear. Are you Screech? Are you Andy Dick?
We got
Yeah.
Screech, Martini
Oh.
woman.
Oh man!
Screech.
Yeah, a few more martinis. I'll look like Screech from the head up. From the waist down, I look like Shaq. Just know it.
Just throwing that out there.
Just letting you know. Both of you. Letting you both know. They already know.
So Jay, where in the world right now?
Yeah.
Before we go to your show in March,
Sure. Yeah.
how can they follow you and tell the world right now?
I would be.
Websites
I'd
and
be honored. If they,
Facebooks and Twitter. That's why you're here. So please let
it
the
is.
world know.
Yeah, I am. I'm nervous. We should do the interview again, right?
We should reset it.
We should reset the whole counter on that. It'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
Sure.
I'd be honored if everyone found me on. It's my name, Jay Benjamin, Jae Benjamin, BenjaMin. Easy, Facebook, and on Twitter, connected, one word, Jay Benjamin. And pick your pants back up. No need to drop them yet.
Not yet.
And that's it. So that's the best way to find me. Facebook, Twitter, jbenjamin.com. It's there. It's building. You know, all these things take time. I'm a new guy on the street.
One more time. Let's get up for comedian Jay Benjamin.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm honored I was here. Thank you so much. Absolutely. Pleasure. Thank you. Thank you, ladies.
Welcome back to Inside the Life with Steve Stanulis. One more time, I want to thank all my guests for coming this evening. You guys did a great job. I want to close out the show one more time with a very special friend of mine, for a Staten Islander, just like myself. Let's get it up one more time for the one, the only American Idol, Marissa Ponteforo.
If I should stay, I would only be in your way. So I'll go, but I'll know I'll think of you every step of the way. And I will always love you. I will always love you. And I will always love you. Ooh, I will always love you. I will always love you. I will always love you.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Steve Stanulis. We'll see you next week. Remember, if you dream out loud. We'll see you next week.
Yeah.